again. Hello. Hello. I hope that you are doing well today. Welcome back to another Runescape video. Today we're going to be trying to unlock Fairy Tale Part 2. So that means we have to do Nature Spirit, Fairy Tale Part 1, and start Fairy Tale Part 2. I think that's all you need to do to get fairy rings. Fingers crossed. So that is what we're going to be doing in this episode. Maybe we'll do a couple things here and there, but I just wanted to say before we get started, thank you so much for liking and sharing episode 30. I saw that it was posted on Reddit and 4chan and it's just blown up. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. And it feels really nice to be able to come up with content people actually enjoy and not just myself. So I just want to say thank you really quick before we start this episode. So thank you. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So let's get started. Without further ado, let's get started. I don't know where my sickle mold is. There it is. So I had to make a silver sickle. For some reason, I don't have it anymore. I don't know why. But I'm actually just going to get everything that I need for the quest before I leave the bank. Silver sickle, ghost speak amulet, which is somewhere in here. I must be blind. Yep, I was blind. Or even what? Oh, it's right there. And then we're gonna need some salve graveyard teleports. I don't know where that would lead me to, but we're gonna take some a dig site telly so we can go to Patadermis faster. And I'm gonna bring some runes to teleport to Varrock in case I need. Then we gotta fight some ghasts. So let's bring a little bit of food. I don't think we'll need that much food because they're level 30. And they kind of rot your food, so I'll just bring 5. Alright, let's go make the silver sickle now. It's currently, as you can see, it's 2 in the morning. I tried fixing my sleep schedule. Am I gonna need a hammer? Or no? That's if I want to make it here. I tried fixing my sleep schedule. I went to bed at 1 and then I woke up at 7:30 and I was so tired I needed to take a nap. So I slept from 1:30 to 3:30. Now it's 2 in the morning and I'm not tired, so I think I should just give up on the fact that I am not an early morning person and just embrace it instead of constantly trying to change myself, because it's kind of annoying to put my body through that, constantly making myself tired just so that I can have a normal schedule. You know, this works for me and that should be fine. So I should just deal with it. It sucks, but at least I'm still awake during the day. You know, I used to wake up at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. and go to bed at 10 in the morning. Now I go to bed at 3, 4 in the morning and I wake up at 11. So it's not that bad. I just washed some grapes. Look how big they are. They're very big. Do you know of anything I can do in Mauritania? Well, not a great deal, but there is something you could do for me if you're interested, though it is quite dangerous. Well, what is it? I may be able to help. There's a man called Philemon who lives in Mortmire. He comes by the temple from time to time, but I haven't seen him recently. I was wondering if you could check up on him? I must warn you, it could be dangerous. Mortmire is filled with ghasts. Yes, I'll go and look for him. That's great. Many thanks. Now, please be aware of the ghasts. You cannot attack them. Philemon knew how to take them on. Just run from them if you can. If you get lost, try and make your way back to the temple. Dressel hands you some food. Please take this food to Philemon. He'll likely appreciate it. His home is somewhere in the southern end of Mortmire. I don't know the exact location, I'm afraid. Don't worry, if he's there and he's still alive, I'll find him. I better get going. Alright. So we're going to enter the Mortmire from the northern gate. I remember this one is like, he's like so far back in there. Oh, I didn't realize there was ghouls here too. I remember I did Slayer tasks all the way back there. Alright, let's go. There's a guy getting Mortmire fungus. I don't remember what that's for. Adrenaline pots? Kinda want to say adrenaline pots. Is this the one where I have to repair the bridge? Or is there no bridge in old school? Oh, there is a bridge, okay. So we're gonna jump. And then I'm gonna pick up the washing bowl ahead of time. And the mirror. And I'm going to enter the grotto. A shifting apparition appears in front of you. Cannot wake up. Where am I? Huh? What's this? What did I write down now? Put it in the knothole. Huh? You're just not making any sense at all. I just cannot understand you. Hello? Oh, I understand you. At last, someone who doesn't just mumble. I understand what you're saying. How long have you been a ghost? What? Don't be preposterous. I'm not a ghost. How could you say something like that? But it's true, you're a ghost. Well, at least that is to say you're not alive anymore. Don't be silly. I can see you. I can see that tree. If I were dead, I wouldn't be able to see anything. What you say just doesn't reflect the truth. You'll just have to try harder to pull one over me. He just disappeared. Use the mirror on him. Hello again. Oh, hello there. Do you still think I'm dead? It's hard to see how I could be dead when I'm clearly still in the world. I can see everything quite clearly, and nothing of what you say reflects the truth. Yes, I do think you're dead, and I'll prove it somehow. Use the mirror on the spirit of the dead Philemon Tarlock. Here, take a look at this. Perhaps you can see that you're utterly transparent now. The spirit of Philemon reaches forwards and takes the mirror. Well, that is the most... Wait, how can he grab it? Well, that is the most peculiar thing I've ever experienced. This mirror must somehow be dysfunctional. Strange how well it reflects the stagnant swamp behind me, but there is nothing of my own visage apparent. That is because you are dead. Dead as a doornail. Deader, in fact. You bear a remarkable resemblance to wormbait. No offense. I think you might be right, my friend. Though I feel very much alive. It is strange how I still come to be here, and yet I have not turned into a ghast. It must be a sign. Yes, a sign. I must try to find out what it means. Now, where did I put my journal? You search the strange rock. You find a knot, and inside of it you discover a small tome. The words on the front are a bit vague, and you make out the words Tarlock and journal. Hello again. Oh, hello. Sorry, you've got me at a bad time. It's just that I've had a sign, you see, and I need to find my journal. Where did you put it? It's right here. You give the journal to Philemon Tarlock. Here, I found this. Maybe you can use it? My journal! That should help to collect my thoughts. The spirit starts leafing through the journal. He seems quite distant as he regards the pages. After some time, the druid faces you again. It's all coming back to me now. It looks like I came to a violent and bitter end, but that's not important now. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do now. How can I help? Will you help me become a nature spirit? The directions for becoming one are a bit vague. I need 3 things, but I know how to get one of them. Perhaps you can help collect the rest? I might be interested. What's involved? Well, the book says that I need, and I quote, something with faith, something from nature, and something of the spirit to become freely given. I know how to get something from nature. Well, it does seem a bit vague. It does, and I could understand if you didn't want to help. However, if you could perhaps at least get the item from nature, that would be a good start. Perhaps we can figure out the rest as we go along. The druid produces a small sheet of papyrus with some writing on it. This spell needs to be cast in the swamp after you have been blessed. I'm afraid you'll need to go to the temple to the north. Ask a member of the clergy to bless you. Blessed? What does that do? It is required if you're to cast this druid spell. Once you've cast the spell, you should find something from nature. Bring it back to me, and then we'll try to figure out the other things we need. Alright. I gotta go back to Drizzle. Hello again. I'm helping Philemon. He plans to become a nature spirit. I have a spell to cast, but first I need to be blessed. Can you bless me? But you haven't sneezed. I was literally just thinking that. What the... You're so funny. But can you bless me? Very well, my friend. Prepare yourself for the blessings of Saradomin. Here we go. Asrutu, Blessium, whatever. There you go, my friend. You're now blessed. It's funny, now I look at you, there seems to be something with a faith about you. Anyway, good luck with your quest. Many thanks. Seems to be something of faith about you. You literally blessed me. Eh? A rotten log. Any of these? I think there's like a spawn with like 3 next to each other. Yeah, right here. We're gonna cast a spell. Yeah. We're gonna go back to Philemon. Couldn't remember his name. We're gonna use the mushroom on the brown stone outside the grotto. Okay, we're gonna use the fungus on the brown stone. Use the used spell on the gray stone and stand on the orange stone. Enter the grotto. Did you manage to get something from nature? You show the fungus to Philemon. Yes, I have a fungus here that I picked. Wonderful. The mushroom represents something from nature. Now we need to work out what the other components of the spell are. I'm gonna stand here. I think I've solved the puzzle. Oh, really? Have you placed all the items on the stones? Okay, well, let's try. The druid attempts to cast a spell. Aha! Everything seems to be in place. You can come through now into the grotto for the final section of my transformation. Okay. Well, hello there again. I was just enjoying the grotto. Many thanks for your help. I couldn't have become a spirit of nature without you. I must complete the transformation now. Just stand there and watch the show. Apparently it's quite good. Oh, wow, he turned green. Good. The transformation is complete. Now, my friend, in return for your assistance, I will help you kill the ghasts. First, bring me a silver sickle so that I can bless it for you. A silver sickle? What's that? The sickle is the symbol and weapon of the druid. You need to construct one of silver so that I can bless it. With its powers, you'll be able to defeat the ghasts of Mortmire. Okay. Have you brought me the silver sickle? Yes. Here it is. What are you going to do with it? My friend, I will bless it for you, and you will then be able to accomplish great things. Now then, I must cast the enchantment. You can bless a new sickle by dipping it in the holy water of the grotto. Woo! Your sickle has been blessed. If you lose the blessed sickle, you can bless a new sickle by dipping it into the grotto waters. Now you can go forth and make the swamp bloom. Collect nature's bounty to fill a druid's pouch. So armed will the ghasts be bound to you until you flee or they are defeated. Before I can make this grotto into an altar of nature, I need to be sure that the ghasts will be kept at bay. Go forth into Mortmire and slay 3 ghasts. You'll be releasing their souls from Mortmire. The nature spirit gives you an empty pouch. You'll need this in order to collect together nature's bounty. When it contains items, it will bind the ghast to you until you flee or it is defeated. Doesn't it use prayer? I did not bring a weapon. I guess I'm using a sickle. So we killed 3 of the ghasts and now we're back and we're going to search the nature's grotto so that the guy can spawn. Hello again, my friend. Have you defeated those 3 ghasts I asked you? Yes, I killed all 3 and their spirits have been released. Many thanks, my friend. You have completed your quest. I can now change this place into a holy sanctuary, and forever it will be now an altar of nature. Yay! Can't believe we have 112 quest points. Welcome to my nature altar. Altar of nature. Farewell, my friend, and keep those ghasts at bay. Alright, Fairy Tale Part 1. I need Secateurs, Drainer, Skull, and then all these teleports. So I'm going to go to Drainer Market. Trying to think of where I can get Secateurs. I think I need to get them from farming shops. Bum 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 bum. Let's put all this shit in my bank. Spade. Ghost Speak Amulet. Drayman Staff. Rock Teleport, Falador Teleport, Lumbridge Teleport. Okay. I think that takes me more. Lumbridge, Falador. I need Varrock. I need fire. My fire staff that I put in the bank. Lumbridge, Varrock, Falador. Mauritania I do not have, but I can bring my pendant. I defeat Tanglefoot at the end, so I'll come back for runes. So I need to get Secateur and the Drainer Skull. So we'll do that as well. Let's talk to Martin. I can't chat now. I have too many things to worry about. Anything I can help with? I certainly could do with some help. So tell me about your problem. It all seemed to start about a month ago. I grow roses, you know. You seem to be getting sidetracked already. What? Oh, sorry. As I was saying, about a month ago I noticed this yield on my prize rose bushes had dropped slightly. I immediately suspected crown gall, a disease that can be fatal to a Master Lincoln. You're not making much sense. Who's Mr. Lincoln? Sorry, Mr. Lincoln's the variety of roses that I specialize in. None of the plants showed any other symptoms of disease, though. Then I noticed a reduced yield occurring in most of my other crops, too. I spoke to other gardeners that I know, and they all noticed similar problems. Vegetable patches are growing fewer vegetables, bushes are growing fewer berries, and everything that is planted seems to be prone to disease. You've done some farming. Haven't you noticed a decrease in the amount of produce you're getting lately? Yes? Now that I think about it, you're right. I know I am. Depressing, isn't it? Yes. So what do you want me to do? I'd like you to find out what's causing this terrible problem and to try to rectify whatever the problem is. Do you have any ideas where I should start? If I were you, I would start by speaking to some of the other gardeners. I have an idea. While I'm doing these things, I'm going to do farm run. Since I have to go. Might as well. I still got to get the Drainer Skull too. Let's go do that first. So we are at Elstan. Are you a member of the groups of advanced gardeners? Why, yes, I am. Why do you ask? Martin has asked me to investigate why all the crops are failing. Ah, Martin sent you. Why didn't you just say so? I personally think that our problems are all down to the fact that we haven't had enough rain as of late. It's plain to see. Just look at the levels of the rivers. We need more rain. I don't suppose you can do anything about that? No, I'm afraid not. Well, there you go then. Until you find out how to make it rain, you're going to have a hard time solving our problems. I made it rain. Okay, so these aren't ready yet, so I'm going to go to the next spot. What do I have to do now? I already talked to him. Of course, a farming tick happened as I teleport away. Oh, I can check my health. Right. Are you a member of the group of advanced gardeners? Why, yes I am. Why do you ask? Martin has asked me to investigate why all the crops are failing. Insects. That's what you can tell him. Insects. Stop the insects from eating so many of our crops and we'd get maximum yield, I tell you. Okay. Tresnor. Are you a member of the group of advanced gardeners? Why, yes I am. Why do you ask? Martin has asked me to investigate why all the crops are failing. How can you ask such a thing? It's obvious. It's all you adventurers. Every time a crop is planted, some adventurer comes along and digs it up and plants crops of their own, as if they owned my farming patch. It's really annoying. You should speak to your friends about their rude behavior. But they're not my friends. I've never even spoken to most of them. Don't give me that. You're an adventurer? They're all adventurers. I bet you have some sort of secret guild you gather there, and you'd say things like, let's annoy the gardeners this week, don't you? No, I mean, yes, there is a heroes guild, but... Aha! So you admit it then. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Oh, I give up. Right, and then we gotta talk to the guy at the Champions Guild, which I have a TP for that. It's not this, though. Champions Guild Telly. I'm trying to think. What's the Champions Guild Telly? I don't know. I don't remember. Champions Guild Telly. The one that takes you to all the guilds. Ring of... It's a bracelet, combat bracelet. That's what it is. Definitely don't have that. Are you a member of the group of advanced gardeners? Why, yes I am. Why do you ask? Martin has asked me to investigate why all the crops are failing. Well, obviously, it's the seasons. They all seem to be out of whack these days. Summer comes earlier and earlier each year, and then it simply rushes by. If you found out what it is upsetting the seasons, you'll be able to find out what's causing the harvest to fail. I don't suppose you have any ideas about what could cause the seasons to be mixed up? No, sorry, but find that out and you'll get to the root of our problems. Alright, well. Sounds easy, I guess. I'm gonna go to Port Sarum now. Probably should have gone there first, so I can just TP back, but I need to bring some coins with me. Alright, we're talking to Frizzy now. Are you a member of the group of advanced gardeners? Why, yes I am. Why do you ask? Martin has asked me to investigate all of the crops failing. Well, I can tell by the look on your face that I'm not the first person you asked. Why don't you tell me what you've heard from the other members of the group so far? Why not? They all seem like a bunch of loonies anyway. I've been told it's the lack of rain, plagues of insects, and recently I was told that the entire order of seasons is confused. I have no idea what to do about any of it. I'm an adventurer, not a weather controller. Did you ever consider that all these theories might be correct? But they're all different. How could they all be correct? I'll let you into a little secret that I'll explain it all to you. In a word, fairies. Oh no, not another crockpot theory. I'm serious. Think it though. Think it through. There are fairies who can control everything natural from the weather to the seasons. Surely, if all of those things have been mentioned as catalysts to our problems, it stands to reason that the fairies are actually the cause. Right. Well, thanks for your input. I'll think over what you said. Let's go talk to Martin again. I don't know why the music stopped. There we go. Oh, I can finally use this shortcut. That's nice. Right. Hello. About the quest. Hello again, Melanie ASMR. How are you getting on with solving the gardening group's problems? To be honest, I'm worried about the sort of person you let join into your organization. Why is that? I've heard theories ranging from climate change to fairies from your members. That's an interesting idea. Now that I think about it, that does make some sense. Yes, maybe you should talk to a fairy about it. Okay, you're the boss. Any idea which flower I should look under to find a fairy? No, sorry, but I did hear that there are some adventurers with a similar problem in the swamps near Lumbridge. Just don't mention my name if you talk to them. They're trying to keep it a secret, but everybody actually knows what they're up to. Yes, I've spoken to them before. Then why am I acting like they're crazy? I don't get that. So we're going to talk to the fairy godfather. Who are you? Where's the fairy queen? What's going on here? Where's the fairy queen's throne gone? Ciao, exploratore. So many questions. Which one would you have me answer first? Where's the fairy queen? Ah, it is a tragic tale. The queen bee, she is how do you say, sick? You mean sick? What happened? Ah, a tragedy to be struck down so young. How much do you know about the fairy folk, my big friend? Not a whole deal, I'm afraid. Well, let me lighten you. Daenerys is a nexus of the worlds. The queen bee, she is the guardian of all the folk that live in Daenerys. So when these Tanglefoot arrives, the queen bee, she goes to the cosmic temple area to kill it. But something goes wrong. The queen bee, she gets hurt and is now in the magic sleep. She is being cared for by a fairy Nuff, which is just north of the bank. I am not waking up in 4.5 hours, thank you. Thanks, I'll go see her then. Goodbye. Ciao. Oh, and Melanie ASMR. Yes? A word of advice. You be careful not to cause trouble for the folk while you are in Daenerys. Ciao. Okay. That sounded like a threat. That sounded like a threat to me. Let's go talk to Fairy Nuff. The godfather is no longer paying attention to you. Okay. Damn. Sorry, I'm very busy and can't chat. If you want to know something, go and talk to the godfather. I did, and he said I should come and talk to you. Oh. Sorry, I didn't realize. What can I help you with then? Actually, it's more of a case of what can I help you with. I told the fairy godfather that I would help you find a cure for the queen. Oh, thank you. I really need help. I have no idea what ails the queen. You must be a mighty healer. No, not me. A great druid then? Afraid not. A shaman? Nope. A surgeon? I am a surgeon. Nope. A doctor? Medic? Nurse? No, and no. So what are you then? I'm a mighty adventurer. A what? A mighty adventurer. Yes, I heard. It's just not what I was expecting to hear. But hang on. You might just be the sort of person I need to help me. How's that then? I'm sure the godfather told you that the queen is in an enchanted sleep. Well, sort of. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about. Shh. Somebody might hear. Look, you're a visitor, so I'll tell you this much. It doesn't pay to talk about the godfather behind his back. But back to the problem at hand. The fairy queen. She was brought here after the battle with a Tanglefoot in a terrible state, extremely weak and barely able to fly. Here, I've written down a list of her symptoms. When the queen got back here, she was clearly weakening fast. It appears as if the magic force that her life essence is slowly unraveling. I have put her in a state of tempestuous fugit that will slow down time for her and thus prolong the amount of time that she remains alive. Now, what I need you to do is find a mage by the name of Xandar Horfire. He has spent many years studying magical illness. Take the list to him and ask him if he knows what ails the queen, please. It doesn't sound too difficult. Where will I find him? Now, I believe he resides in the Dark Wizard's Tower near Falador. And Melanie ASMR, please hurry. I fear the queen doesn't have much time left. Okay. It's where you get your gender changed for recruitment drive, I believe. Hello. Hello, I need your help. And why should I help you, fool? You attack my brethren, deny, and then you demand my help. I think not. But Fairy Nuff said you would help me. Fairy Nuff sent you? How is she? I owe her a great deal. She saved me from a mortal injury I sustained when I was investigating the nature of otherworldly beings. So how can I help? The Fairy Queen is extremely ill. She was in a battle with the Tanglefoot, and her injuries have resulted in her being in a coma. This is grave news indeed. You think the Tanglefoot is responsible? I don't see how that could be. A Tanglefoot would normally kill its victim outright. Unless... I wonder... I don't suppose you could give me more details about the Fairy Queen's condition, could you? Fairy Nuff gave me a list of her symptoms. Here, have a look at it. Yes. Slow discorporation of ethereal body, eh? I think I might know what the problem might be. You do? That's great. What is it? From what I know about fairies, their basic life force is pure magic. Much as we humans would refer to our souls as our life essence, so too does a fairy have a life essence of pure magic. You could actually refer to fairies as magic embodied and not be wrong. Yes, but what about the Fairy Queen? Patience. I'm getting to that. It appears the Fairy Queen has lost a large part, indeed the majority, of her life essence. Either it was drained from her by the Tanglefoot, or she did it voluntarily. Although why she would do that is beyond me. So I guess I need to go and kill this Tanglefoot and get back her magic essence if I am to help her? Yes, but if I were you, I would seek Malignus Mortifer, the necromancer. He's been seen near Port Sarum with his followers recently. I believe he once fought a Tanglefoot. Malignus Mortifer. Okay, thanks very much. Don't mention it, and give my regards to Nuff when you see her next. Gotcha. Sound good, buddy. Alright, let's go see Malignus. I need help with fighting a Tanglefoot. Can you help me? Almost certainly. I am a great practitioner of the magic arts, after all. Great, thanks. I was told by Xandar Horfire that you fought one once. That is true. In an epic battle it was, too. That's great. I presume you won, as you're here to tell me about it. Could you please tell me how to defeat one? Of course I won. As I've already stated, I am a master of the magic arts. Why do you want to know how to kill a Tanglefoot? There's a Tanglefoot in this lost city of Xenaris, and I have been asked to kill it. I see. Well, I could tell you how to defeat your Tanglefoot. However, I would need you to perform a little undertaking for me first. What exactly did you have in mind? To the northeast of here is a haunted manor. Oh my god, that scared me. Bring me a skull from the grave you find there, and you shall have your answer. Actually, I have it right here. Excellent. Hand it over then. Right then, to business. A Tanglefoot cannot be harmed by might or nor magic. The only weapon that can damage them are a pair of enchanted secateurs. Where can I get a pair of enchanted secateurs? You will have to make them. Listen carefully, and I will tell you how. Obviously, you need a pair of secateurs. You will also need to gather some joker bones, a king worm, and a bit of snape grass. Take them to the nature spirit and ask him to perform the ceremony of Phasmatis Natura. Phasma, Phasmatus, Natura. Got it. Is that all? Yes, that is all. You'll be able to use those secateurs to kill the monster. Great. Thanks very much. I don't remember what items he told me to get. Here we go. Snape grass, which I have. Kingworm, which is in the stronghold. Joker bones. I need Joker bones. Where are Jokers? Alright, we're going to talk to the nature spirit now. Welcome back, my friend. I sensed that you require my help, and so I have once more returned. Thank you. I need your help in enchanting a pair of secateurs. Secateurs? That is a strange thing to enchant. Would you care to inform me why you need them? Sure. A Tanglefoot has invaded the fairy kingdom of Xanaris, and the only way I can fight it is with a pair of enchanted secateurs, apparently. Ah, a Tanglefoot. Your information is correct. Secateurs that have been blessed by a nature spirit are the only weapons that can harm such a terrible creature. I shall be glad to help you. Do you have all of the required items for the ceremony? Yes, I have everything right here. Then let us begin. That's cool. It is done. Farewell, Melanie ASMR, and good luck with your coming battle. Alright, let's go back to Xanaris. And I will get food and stuff. Alright, we're going to squeeze through the wall to enter the Tanglefoot lair. I've received orders to let you through if you want. Good luck. Squeeze past the thorny vines into a small tunnel. We kill the big one at the end. The big one. The big one. Alright. You can flinch it in a corner. Ooh. I might try that. He did. Oh, I don't want to kill the babies. I'm good. Alright, I got the Queen's secateurs. We're gonna go talk to the Fairy Godfather. Alright, let's talk to the Fairy Godfather. Ciao, Melanie ASMR. I am glad to see you was back. I was worried that the Tanglefoot would kill you too. You needn't have worried, I managed to kill it. Benefato, my friend. The folk they owe you a great deal. So, did you get back the Queen Bee's magic power? I retrieved this pair of enchanted secateurs. I think they must contain the Queen's missing magic. Grazie finite. I will give them to a healing fairy. The Queen Bee, she will soon be strong again. Yay! Man, I've been really having a good time playing. I've really been having a great time playing old school lately. Okay, I think I just have to start this quest. Let me see. Fairy rings. It's just by starting it and getting permission from the Fairy Godfather. Okay. So let's start it then. We gotta talk to the guy in Drainer Market. So we're just gonna start it. We're not gonna finish it because I don't have these levels. And then when we actually do the quest, we'll just continue where we left off, just because I want to get fairy rings. Usually I don't like leaving a quest in progress, but for this case, it's fine. I've solved your problems. I've returned the Fairy Queen's magical essence. What are you talking about? The Fairy Queen was in an enchanted sleep because the Tanglefoot had taken the secateurs that contained her magic. I fought and killed the Tanglefoot and have given the Godfather the Fairy Queen's secateurs. She'll wake up now and everything will go back to normal. I'm glad to hear it, but if you don't mind, I'll go and plant some seeds now and wait until they grow before I give you that reward I promised. I guess it does sound rather far-fetched. Okay, I'll come back and see you after your crops have had a chance to grow. Great. I'll see you soon then. Wait 5 minutes. The time starts now. Alright, let's test and see if it's been 5 minutes. I was doing some thieving. So have your vegetables grown yet? Stop being so impatient. Okay, well, they're not done. Now they're done. Hello, Martin. You must be the slowest gardener in the world. I don't suppose those crops have grown yet. Well, you got a nerve showing up around here again. What? What are you talking about? You told me you'd solve the problems of the gardening group's members. Well, I've planted loads of seeds since then, and there's no doubt that even more plants are dying. I gave the Fairy Queen secateurs back to the Godfather. Things should be growing again. Yeah, sure, whatever. You know, I didn't believe you when you told me that story about the fairies in the first place. You better just solve this problem. When people get hungry, they get angry, and you're the person who said that everything will be alright, so you're the person who they'll get angry with. Before starting this quest, please be aware that one or more of your skill levels are lower than what is required to fully complete it. I suppose I'd better go and see what the problem is then. Alright, let's go to Lumbridge. Alright, we're going to search the potion shelves for a healing certificate. I'll take the healing certificate. Oh. Everything's been smashed. Wow, somebody has really trashed this cave. And what happened to Fairy Nuff and the Fairy Queen? Take the healing certificate. You pick up Fairy Nuff's certificate, being careful not to cut yourself on its broken frame. Certificate of Advanced Healing from Poxted College. Signed, Dr. Foster. Right-click Study. Yep. I totally know what that means. Now we have to go to the Cosmic Altar and read the sign. Alright, we're going to read... Oh, here. I thought I had to go into the Cosmic Altar. I was about to be kind of sad. Read the sign. Yep. Talk to the Fairy Godfather. Okay, let's go talk to him. Alright, we're going to talk with the Fairy Godfather now. Where is the Fairy Queen? What are you talking about? I've just been to Fairy Nuff's cave, and when I got there, I found it ransacked. Everything has been broken, and the Fairy Queen and Fairy Nuff are missing. Essere in panico. You say that the Queen Bee, she is amazing? This is terrible. Who would have done such a thing? We must find her. I will organize a search party right away. Calm down. Let's think this through carefully. Where could she have been taken to? The kidnapper must have been taken through the fairy rings. They will be long gone by now. We must go after them. Yes, we must. But most of the folks are away from Zenaris at the moment. Well, tell me what to do and I'll go myself. Yes, that is a good idea. Okay, you may use the fairy rings. Talk to the coordinator. She will explain to you how to use the rings, but you must promise me that you will come back here if you find her. Whoever kidnapped her must be very powerful. You find the Queen Bee, and then you come right back here, and you will rescue her. We will rescue her together. Okay. Yes, okay. Good. Now use the talker to the coordinator. She'll tell you how the fairy rings work. I'm a chicken. There's a system update. I didn't know they do them on Tuesdays. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, we're going to use the fairy ring. Configure. We're going to do AIS, AIR. And then we're going to do DLR. And then we're going to do DJQ. DJQ. Huh? DJQ. Oh. Wow, that fairy magic is sure useful. I hardly moved at all. And then AJS. Did I do it wrong? Talk to fair enough. Okay, no, I didn't do it wrong. Cool. Melanie ASMR, you found us. I'm so glad. I'm afraid you wouldn't get my message. How did people find that out? How did they find out that you need to do those 4 things to get here? Fair enough. What happened? After you brought back the Queen's enchanted secateurs and gave them to the fairy godfather, I went to ask him for them so I could wake Her Majesty up, but he refused to give them to me. Then I noticed that lots of my friends were missing. When I asked him about them, he said they were off working for him, and then he threatened to have his bodyguards pull my wings off. I was so scared for the Queen, so I moved her here. When I returned to Zenaris, I found my cave ransacked. There were other fairies that had been attacked by the Godfather, and so we fled the city and came here. I managed to find a note that I hoped that you would find. Obviously you did. But why would the Godfather do this? Isn't it obvious? He wants to rule Zenaris instead of the Fairy Queen. The latest fairies to arrive have even reported that he has invited all sorts of monsters to the Lost City. So what should we do about it, do you think? I've got terrible news. One of our spies has just returned from Zenaris and has reported the Godfather has enlisted an army of orcs. Apparently they are wandering freely around our homes. I'm sorry, but who are you? Oh, how rude of me. Melanie ASMR, this is Very, Very Wise, advisor to the Queen. Very, Very Wise, this is Melanie ASMR. Oh, I've heard of you. You're the young adventurer that defeated the Tanglefoot. Yes, that's me. So, you're also the idiot who gave the Godfather Maniac the Fairy Queen's magic secateurs. But that was a mistake. I thought I was trying to help the Fairy Queen. So, you're not evil, you're just not too bright. Well, I'm glad you found this place, although if you find it, it's obviously not much of a hiding place now that you can help fix the damage you've done. Alright, what do I need to do? The first thing we have to do is wake up the Fairy Queen. You will have to go back to Zenaris and find a way to get those magical secateurs back from the Godfather. That's easy. I'll just pickpocket them off of him. I'm really good at that. Okay, just be careful. His henchmen have keen eyes and will be watching out for him. Okay, let's go back. I'm just gonna go up to here and then we'll stop. Because I can't do the rest. It'll be like a to be continued. Pickpocket. You pickpocket the Godfather and get the Queen's magic secateurs, enchanted secateurs. Oh, do I have to do it again? AIR. Yeah, we're gonna give her the secateurs and then we're going to stop there. Oh, Melanie ASMR, you're back. I'm so glad. Did you manage to get the secateurs? You should have seen me. The Godfather didn't even know I was picking through his pockets. Here they are. Fantastic. Let's just hope it's not too late. You hand fair enough the Queen's enchanted secateurs. Oh no, it didn't work. She's been asleep too long. Calm down. There's got to be something that we can do. After all, we've given her back her magical essence, right? Yes, we have. There's one small chance that we might be able to wake up her still, but I need a potion of magic essence. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. What do I need to do to make one? A potion of magic essence is made in the same way as any other potion. First, you mix a vial of water with a base herb, in this case, a starflower. Starflowers are rich in magic essence and are excellent for curing poisons, and that's what the Queen is suffering from, a poisoning of her life essence. Then we need to add the catalyst ingredient, a powdered Gorax claw. Gorax drain the life from their prey, so by using one of their claws, we're hoping to draw the Queen's life essence back. Thanks for the lecture, but where do I get one of these starflowers, and where can I find a Gorak? Starflowers can grow on the higher planes, and even there they are extremely rare. You should be able to access some of the higher planes by using the fairy rings. Goraks also live on a different plane. They are vicious creatures that draw the life essence from any living thing they find. It seems that in drawing the life force from the world that they live on, they have trapped themselves on a small plane. As far as I'm aware, the only way onto or off of their world is through fairy rings. Or going to stop there. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Now we have access to fairy rings, which is awesome. Now I can finally use a little bit more of a reliable method of transportation instead of using all my fire runes and my air runes to go to Varrock all the time. So I'm very excited to be able to use fairy rings. I'll just have to look up the codes and like which ones I can use to get where easier. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, thank you so much for the support on episode 30. It meant so much to me to like log into YouTube and just see the video just went crazy. So thank you so much. Yeah, hope you had a great rest of your day and that you sleep well, and this helped you relax a little bit, even just a little bit. Have a great rest of your night. Good night, 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 good night.